I just want to give one example related to that is Zoe DeLuca, whom I spoke with one-on-one, and this is a gal who had been in the industry for quite some time, lost thousands of dollars, went way into debt, which is very, very common.
In the old model.
In the old model. It was a very sad story. It really led her down a very painful path. As she got introduced to Renegade, your training that is, and within one day, because she had gone through so much pain and suffering, quite frankly, from the old model, depression, I mean, just some very serious stuff. And all she had to do was just prove to herself, does this really work? She was so desperate to know, to get some kind of a shred of hope, because this had impacted her family very seriously and profoundly.
This is a common story.
It is a very common story. It's very sad. But what happened is, within one day, I mean, she did a test, like you had your 2-week test. Hers is one day. Okay, I'm going to put this to the test. She created, I don't know if it was a squidoo or whatever it was.
A piece of content.
A piece of content.
To the tutorial. Right.
Yep, in one
Not
day.
Not really even knowing what's going on, I'm sure. Most people are getting started.
She didn't.
Just follow along.
But she did that, and she made her first sale within one day. And she just ran with it from there, because it was validation, this works.
Right.
And that was someone coming out of depression. And then just one more to reference, and I want to move on, is Roger Gaddy comes to mind. You had mentioned him earlier as well. He is a senior citizen. I spoke with him also one-on-one. He would not divulge his age to me, but I know he's a senior citizen and couldn't send an email. His wife would open up his computer.
It's technically challenged as probably you can get. Really?
Seriously, quite technically challenged.
And he admitted that. I mean, that, you know.
Right, and he admitted that.
Just the way it was.
But I went to his blog, and he's in a very rural area, so this idea about hitting on friends and family, and he's in the boonies.
Yeah, he can't network in his
There's a limitation there. And two, then he went the lead route and spent thousands of dollars on opportunity leads, had a stack of paper 14 inches high.
Right.
And I went to his blog, and it's fairly simple in nature, but it doesn't matter.
But he built a blog. He's doing this stuff.
He built a blog.
He was one of the first people, I don't know if I mentioned earlier, in that first 2 weeks. I think I did. The first few days when he generated leads following what we were doing,
That's
I knew we were onto
outstanding.
something. Yeah.
So it's just absolutely so amazing, the results that people have been getting, and it is that fast and easy.